Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing world of corporate filings. Today, we're diving into Lincoln Educational Services, Corporation's latest report, which, spoiler alert, is all about keeping their top people happy and on the payroll. Get ready for some executive compensation news that might make you do a double take. And hey, if you're here for clear, no-nonsense financial analysis, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a fantastic Discord community packed with fellow finance enthusiasts, linked right in the description below. So, what exactly is this filing all about? It's a current report, meaning Lincoln Educational Services Corporation is sharing some important, time-sensitive information with the public. Think of it as a press release, but with more legal punch. The big news here is about their top leadership team, the folks steering the ship. This section is where things get interesting. It's all about changes and agreements with their key officers. Basically, the company has entered into new employment agreements with its top executives. So, who are we talking about? We have CEO Scott Shaw, CFO Brian Myers, Colorado Chad Nice, General Counsel Alexandra Luster, and Chief Human Resources Officer Stephen Ace. These are the big dogs. Their previous employment contracts were set to expire at the end of 2025. And the company wanted to make sure they stayed on board. That's why they've signed new deals. The main goal here was to lock in these executives for another 3 years, keeping them in their roles until the end of 2028. This kind of move usually signals confidence from the board in their current leadership and a desire for stability, especially in a competitive industry like education services. Now let's talk about the money. The agreements largely mirror the old ones, but there are some salary adjustments kicking in next year, in 2026. CEO Scott Shaw will be making $669,500. CFO Brian Myers and Chad Nice are both set to earn $453,200. General Counsel Alexandra Luster will receive $317,474, and Chief HR Officer Stephen Ace will get $309,000. These salaries will remain in place unless the board or its compensation committee decides to increase them. It is important to note these are base salaries. These executives are also eligible for performance bonuses based on whatever targets the board sets. So while these numbers are substantial, they could go up depending on how the company performs. The filing mentions that these descriptions are brief, and the full details are in separate exhibits. Essentially, the company is showing that they're keeping their key players happy and motivated with these renewed contracts, aiming for continued growth and stability. This exhibit number 10.1 refers to the employment agreement with Scott M. Shaw, and similarly, exhibits 10.2 through 10.5 cover the agreements with Brian K. Myers, Chad D. M. Lice, Alexandra M. Luster, and Stephen East, respectively. These are the detailed legal documents backing up the summary we just went over. The report is signed off by Lincoln Educational Services Corporation on the 19th of December 2025. The signature is from Alexandra M. Luster, who, as we know, is the Senior Vice President and General Counsel. This just formalizes the document. Now, let's step back and look at the bigger picture. What does this filing tell us about Lincoln Educational Services Corporation? On the surface, it's a positive signal. The company is investing in its executive team, ensuring continuity at the highest levels. This suggests they believe their current leadership is effective and crucial for their future success. In the education sector, stability and experienced leadership are often key differentiators, helping to navigate evolving regulations and market demands. However, it's also worth considering what's not in this particular report. While executive compensation is crucial, this filing doesn't delve into the company's financial performance for the quarter or year. We're not seeing revenue figures, profit margins, or student enrollment numbers here. For a complete picture, you'd need to look at their quarterly or annual financial reports like the 10Q or 10K, which would contain the actual financial tables and performance metrics. This 8K is focused solely on a material agreement, the executive contracts. One angle to consider is whether these salary increases are justified by performance. Without seeing the financial data, it's hard to say if these executives are earning their keep. If the company is thriving, these raises are well-deserved incentives. But if performance has been lagging, it could raise questions about the alignment of executive compensation with shareholder value. Warren Buffett often looks for companies where management's interests are aligned with those of the shareholders, and this is a big part of that. Are these contracts designed to reward past success, or to incentivize future growth that benefits everyone? Looking ahead, the continued employment of these executives suggests a strategy centered on continuity and leveraging existing expertise. The risk here, if any, might be a lack of fresh perspective or innovation if the company has been underperforming. But without the financial details from other reports, it's a bit like assessing a race car driver based only on their contract renewal, not their lap times. In conclusion, this filing is all about securing the leadership team for Lincoln Educational Services Corporation. It's a move towards stability and confidence in their current executive lineup. While it doesn't offer a financial performance snapshot, it does highlight the company's commitment to its top talent. So, what's your take on these new executive contracts? Do you think locking in leadership for 3 more years is a smart move for Lincoln Educational Services Corporation, especially without seeing their current financials? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate breakdowns. And don't forget to join our growing community on Discord. The link's in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.